We're good to go. Okay, it is Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023 at 7 p.m. And I'd like to call the Village of North Hudson regular Board of Trustee meeting to order. I have a short invocation. Father, we ask you for your guidance and discernment in addressing our village issues. We ask that you continue to help us in our commitment. Roll call, please.
Trustee Keller?
Here.
Trustee McGurran?
Here.
Trustee Nelson? Absent. Trustee Olson?
Here.
Trustee Pike?
Here.
President Wecken?
Here.
Trustee Zeiss?
Here.
Thank you. Item 2 is review and approve minutes from the regular board meeting of September 5 and the special village board meeting of September 18.
Move to approve.
Thank you, Brian. Is there
Second.
Thank you, Dusty. Any amendments, corrections, or additions to the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor of the minutes, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Item 3 is comments from the floor, opportunity for Village of North Hudson residents, property owners, business owners to make the board aware of topics, issues, opportunities, either on or not on today's agenda. And I think Brian's here for a reason, so we'll move on to item 4. Amended Class Parent B / Parent Class B liquor license for extended premises Malibu Fall Motorcycle Run, stated for October 14, 2023, with an alternative rain date of October 28, 2023. Approval requested.
Stand and move that the Class B retail license for the sale of fermented malt beverages and intoxicating liquors for Malibu Inn be temporarily amended for an event taking place on October 14, 2023 with the following conditions. The sale of alcohol to be extended to the parking lot area of Malibu Inn. Possession of open containers of alcohol outside the establishment shall be remain within the Malibu parking lot and blocked off area for event Wisconsin Street North from 3rd Street North to 6th Street North. Use of outside area only to be specific permission of village board for each particular date and event. October 14th, 2023 event to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 3 North Hudson police officers and 3 St. Croix County deputies to be on duty during the hours of the event at the owner's expense, to be billed to the owner by the village. Owner to provide adequate satellite restroom facilities. Wisconsin Street North from 6th Street North to 3rd Street North to be closed through the traffic from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with an open corridor for emergency vehicles maintained. Surrounding the neighbors to be notified in advance by the village. Actual time of the detour routes are at the discretion of the commanding North Hudson police officer on scene. Payment for the village services must be paid within 30 days after the event. And finally, alternate date for the event to be Saturday, October 28, 2023, if the conditions do not allow for the event to take place on Saturday, October 14th, 2023.
Second.
Thank you. Comments or questions? This has been an annual event for many years. They've had a run of bad luck with weather-wise, either for both their spring and their fall, so we're really hoping that it's a big day for them, and we're really hoping that we have a pleasant day for all the folks that attend. We have a usually great turnout for that, so we wish them well. And without any other comments, all in favor of the motion as presented, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Item 5, new business from the board or staff. The president's comments. First thing I'd like to do, we got a couple of new folks that people will notice, is I'd like to welcome Gina Alberti as our new administrator clerk. And we're very happy to have you on board, Gina. And we're going to try to set up an open a meet and greet for the residents to be able to come down and meet you and complain all their complaints to you, so you can see what you got yourself into. But that's we're very, very happy to have you on board.
Thank you.
And next, I'd like to welcome Barb Olson, our new trustee, to fill the openings, our opening on the board, since Jen has had to resign for a military commitment, and Barb has run for the board before and has shown more interest and would like to help in the village again, so we welcome you to the board. Next, I would say interim administrator's comments or our new administrator's comments. I think they probably talked, but Frank, if you would grab a mic.
Just turn itself on, or is it on?
It should be on.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to have Gina here at the meetings and be the new North Hudson Village Administrator, Village Clerk. Obviously, my time is winding down here in the village. And I would like to thank all the village staff and the board for their assistance and help here. Susanna has been an incredible help to me. Nathan over in the Treasurer's Department is good. Matt in the Public Works Department has done an excellent job, and he's helped me out, made my job easier. As always, the professionalism of your police chief has always been a great asset, not only to me, but also to the community as a whole. So I'd like to thank all of them for their support and their help and even their kindness to me. Even Suzanne was nice and kind to me, which is kind of interesting. But I'd also like to say that tentatively my last day here will be October 12th, unless otherwise noted. I figure at that point in time, Gina is well involved in a variety of issues with the village, and she has a great staff to assist her. I don't think there'll be any more time of me here. So I would like to thank you all for allowing me to get to know you and work with you. It's been a pleasure. A couple of other items what we have is there's Nathan and we've currently set a date for the law enforcement labor agreement. That's October 17th at 1 o'clock. I think Nate and Gina will be putting together a document for you to review, and I think they're going to try to schedule a meeting in advance of the hearing so it can be adapted to that particular issue. Matt and some of his employees have gone through some training, some certification, wastewater treatment training and certification aspects, so they have some background on doing some of the activities that may be necessary with regards to what direction the village takes on this issue. And Supervisor Pike has brought up to my attention the issue with the bike trail, so I've been in contact with the county. Well, it took a while to figure out who to contact in the county, but we have contact Perrysville at the county in relationship to the bike and pedestrian trails through the county, and one of the issues that the village is interested in is not paying $8,500 for the removal and relocation of hydrants in the site. I made contact with the county. They're in the process of bidding the project, and once the project is bid, they're going to get back with the village and talk about what, if any, issues they may have on this issue. Had a conversation, and I think Supervisor Pike is probably going to have a couple of comments on this in a few minutes, and we will be contacting the County Trail Council and the county representatives and address our concerns as it relates to the who shall be responsible and who will be responsible for the relocation of those hydrants. With that, other than that, thank you, and this will be my last report to you. So I
Last
appreciate
official board meeting. Well, I would like to thank you, Frank. You've provided a service to us that we were very much in need of to keep the ship floating upright. We appreciate all the help you've been, and I'm sure Gina will learn a lot from you in the next, let's see, that's about 10 days or 12 days?
Yeah, a few days.
9 days, something like that, so that you can go back to retirement. But I would like to offer a round of applause and thank you for your service. He's blushing.
That's the first time anybody's clapped. Usually you clap me out of it.
No, we thank you. Gina, you got anything to add to on your second day at work?
No, I think so far so good, and I appreciate everybody's welcome. And as Frank mentioned, the staff has been spectacular, so I look forward to working with them to help serve the community.
Thank you. All right, that would be Up to Plan Commission recommendations, chair update. The chair isn't here, so, Paul, were you in attendance?
I was. We did meet, we had a good meeting, and we looked at the project down in the old rail yards to sort of rehabilitate and repurpose one of the existing buildings down there. And the Plan Commission recommended approval of the conditional use permit for that project. And I think there's some details in your packet as to what they're proposing. But the conditions where they were, needed to get a permit for their sign, they needed to pass a fire inspection, and then, of course, it had to go through the Historic Preservation Committee for a certificate of appropriateness, and I don't know if that has happened or not.
Oh, we are all ready for that.
Okay.
We had to scramble to get the Preservation Committee together because they haven't met since I've been president. So we got that done, and between Susanna and other help, we got the certificate of appropriateness, which we will sign this evening.
Good, good. Yeah, the developer, the owner, was impressive, I thought, and I think his representative is here. So if you'd like to have him summarize the project a little bit, that's fine too. But Plan Commission recommended approval with those conditions.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Thank you. Do we have any questions for Brian or discussion of the project?
We have a lot in our packet, so
Yeah.
we pretty much know.
And if anybody can read the plans, I mean, I went through 2 magnifying glasses for that, it's so tiny. But I have a researcher that could blow them up, and it looks like a heck of a project, and we're looking forward to having it done. Or started and finished.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
No, it's exciting. Beautiful place, beautiful
is.
area. This looks like it's going to be
Looks cool.
really nice, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
since Mr. Jacobson's not here, I can send this home, or back with Mr. Hines and get Mr. Jacobson's signature on it, and then bring it back here. We'll get Stan's signature and give you our seal and get it back to you. And you're,
All right.
yeah, you're
Okay, all in favor of the recommendation from the Plan Commission, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Very good. You're good to go. Okay. Additional use is done. Let's see, Personnel and Finance Committee recommendations, claims approval requested.
Stan, I move to approve the October 2023 non-recurring claims of $48,091.38.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thanks, Tim. Any comments, questions about the Finance Committee report or claims? Hearing none. Mary?
Yes.
Dusty?
Yes.
Barb?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
And yes.
Thank you. All right. Item 8, Public Works Committee Chair Update.
Stan, we did meet. We don't have anything to bring forward. A couple things just that are in the works, just to keep you aware of, is we have an LRIP project that we're going to embark on next year, which is all of Fifth Street. We'll be doing all of Fifth Street. Cost should be down, as Matt has indicated, because we did some of those side streets already on our last project down there on St. Croix. And we'll be telling you more and asking for approval when we come, early next spring. The other thing is, Frank mentioned, is the bike trail. I don't believe we've ever voted as a board as to whether we want a bike trail in here or not, but when we're hearing that the bike trail, which was pushed forward by the Bike Trail Coalition and the county ended up taking it on, they're going to, as he said, let out bids, and I am recommending that someone, probably you, talk to the county, whoever's responsible, and Frank has the names, to make sure when those bids go out, they include that $8,500 that it's going to cost to move that hydrant. It's a expensive move because, as Matt would tell any of you, there's a lot of infrastructure right there in that particular section. And since we're not really in need of that bike trail, we don't see why we should have to pay for moving it. That's all I have.
Thank you, Brian. And number 9, Public Safety Committee recommendations. Tim, you have an update?
Stan, we did meet, but we had nothing to carry forward at this point.
Thank you. Public Welfare did meet, but Public Welfare did not meet.
Yep.
And, did you?
No, we didn't. I assume that's because the garbage contract got signed, right?
No, I don't, it hasn't been, it's been approved by the vendor, but it's on the desk of his boss, and his boss hasn't signed it.
What's that about?
Pardon?
What do you think that's about?
I don't know.
Because that was last
Asked him-
month.
I know, I called him about a month ago, and he said it was on his desk and they were gonna sign it, and as of today, they haven't signed it, so I just think it's, when I talked to the contact, I can't remember the gentleman's name at this point in time. It seemed like it was just bureaucracy. There's nothing holding up the contract, there's no controversy with the contract, it's just that he hasn't, for whatever reason, signed the contract. I don't think there's anything to worry about, it's just a giant.
Garbage got picked up.
Yeah, the refuse is being picked up, there's been no contact from the corporation saying we need to amend section 6 of the contract or anything like that, so I think it's just, bureaucracy of a large corporation. And I'll work on it tomorrow, or tomorrow.
Thank you.
We've had issues over the years with those, but as far as expediency, so, but we'll get that done. Anything else, the question from welfare or whatever? Okay, then we'll go to item 11, Park Board Committee recommendations, chair update, the chair's not present. Let's see, anybody here was at the park board meeting? It doesn't look, no, that was,
Yep, nobody here, no.
let me look quick. I don't think they had anything to bring forward. There's, talked about storm update, planting trees. There has been questions, I know, to the village and to Matt, for residents that lost trees on boulevards and the procedures, and we've been working with them, I believe, to the best trees to plant in those certain areas and stuff like that, recommended trees or whatever. So we are hoping to get possible some help with grants or whatever through tree service. Browns Beach project is has been accepted, and looks like they will be working on that, start the project next year, finish in 2025. Last movie in the park, about 20 people came, and that will be the last movie of the season. They had a tough run this year with weather, but they got a couple of them in. Chair update for the budget. We've got budget coming up, as everyone knows, this time of year, and they're looking for stuff with the pickleball court and adjusting the basketball court that we have over, I believe, over in what's that?
Glen Oaks
On Glen Oaks, yes. And they'll continue to work on that, and that's all we have for them. And
Can
so,
I ask a question or make a
Certainly.
comment? So in our comprehensive plan from the 2006 to 2026, I just want to point out that there is a vision statement and a plan for trails, bike trails in the village, and that is part of what our comprehensive plan is, as we're talking about moving forward with the county and the state, that is part of what the residents had identified in that plan that they wanted.
Right up until we got the bike trail supposedly right down 35. They made us widen that street to make it capable of having a bike trail. We've never identified on both ends of it that it is a bike trail, but it is wider, and they required us to make it wider so it could be used for bikes.
so with some paint, we can have a bike
I don't
trail.
think we even need paint. All we need is a sign on both ends that says that shoulder is a bike trail.
Well, I guess that's something for the committee I guess, to look into, but, yeah, I mean, the comprehensive plan needs to be looked at too. I do know that, because
Agreed.
it's, coming up on,
Can I ask a question too?
certainly.
How did the trees that they planted on the 35 project hold up? Are they still alive?
Some of them, not, I mean, there's been significant loss.
Okay. Are they gonna replace those then, or how does that work?
They had to keep them alive for the 1 year.
That's it?
you know.
Okay.
So now they're, I guess, ones that are dead, we'll have to determine how we want to proceed.
Okay. It's just something for parks. I mean, might ask them what they wanna do. Thanks.
Anything else? Hearing not, then item 12 is convene into closed session. And the board may convene into closed session pursuant to statute 19.85, parent 1, parent lowercase e, to deliberate or negotiate purchase of public properties, investing in public funds, or conducting other specified business wherever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session with respect to the new sewer and interceptor agreements ad hoc committee update. Is there a motion to close session?
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thanks, Dusty. All in favor of going into closed session to discuss the sewer and interceptor agreement, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are now in closed session at 7:22.
Thanks.